Hey everybody, it's Kristen. Today we're going to be talking about the Uncanny X-Men 341. On the cover is Gladiator, member of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, against Cannonball, Sam Guthrie. And even though the cover does not look like it, it's a Christmas story, so that's why I picked it for this time of year because it is Christmas. See? Christmas. Yay. Christmas in New York, Rockefeller Center, the huge tree. Like, I watched that on TV this year, the lighting up the tree at Rockefeller Center. I've never been to New York, but maybe someday. Anyway, so the X-Men are all out, kind of enjoying the evening. The X-Men consist of Bishop, Gambit, Rogue, Beast, Cannonball, and Joseph, who is actually a clone of Magneto, but he saved Rogue. See, there's Rogue and Joseph. He saved Rogue from Sentinels during Operation Zero Tolerance. And so Rogue, for some reason, that kind of leads her to believe that he's not Magneto, or he is Magneto, but he lost his memory. He can't remember who he is because he has the same powers as Magneto. And for some reason he's, has de-aged. Like I said, comic books are a lot like, soap operas in that they're a little bit of a stretch, but, that's what makes them fun. It's an escape from reality. So anyway, Rogue and Magneto have a history. A little bit of a history there. We'll talk about that in a different video. It's as all things with comic books, it's complicated, especially when it comes to relationships. But they had kind of a fling at one point. So anyway, that's probably why, part of the reason why she gravitated towards Joseph and, just wanted to believe that he was Magneto and, but a better version of Magneto. Because, like we talked about in the last video with Gateway, Rogue just, she knows how it feels to be all alone, to be judged. So she, tries to see the best in people at least. So, Rogue and Joseph are kind of coupled up, and, it's weird because, she's always with Gambit. And so Beast and his girlfriend, Trish Tilby, who's a news reporter, say, hey, do you guys want to join us for dinner? And, Gambit's like, no thanks, three's a crowd. And Sam's like, I just have to go pick up all these presents for my siblings, and then I will. And Bishop's like, everything that's gone on, Onslaught and disappearance of Xavier and Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and the assassination of Gaylord Creed. I love this. They give you, a little summary. Here's a little asterisk up here. They give you a little summary, just in case, for some reason, you're coming in on the episode, or I keep saying episodes like it's a TV show. The issue, if you're coming in and, this is your first time reading it, then they kind of just catch you up. I love that they used to do that. They don't do that as much anymore, but anyway, so he just kind of wants to be alone to decompress after, everything. So Cannonball goes to the toy store, and of course it's madness, and he asks the sales girl for a specific toy, and she's like, oh, we sold it out of that 3 months ago, running joke. There's always that one hot toy that every kid wants that you can never find. I mean, yeah. So anyway, basically, Gladiator comes in, and basically they fight Cannonball and Gladiator, and it's all because he needs to get their attention. He needs their help. But anyway, so Joseph, I thought this was a cool part. Okay, so Joseph uses his powers to suspend the carriage that he and Rogue are taking a carriage ride in, and the driver says, So I'm guessing you guys are mutants, and Rogue's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll put it down. And he's like, you'll do no such thing. Um, I've never met a mutant, but it seems to me that you're all trying to your best to lead your own lives. A lot of times going out of your way to make sure us normal folk can live ours. What I'm saying is, it's an honor to have you in my cab. I mean, Christmas is a time for miracles, right? I'd like to enjoy this one. And then he says, kind of under his breath, just as soon as I can get my fingernails out of my kneecaps, that is. Anyway, so, just a cute little, aw, kind of thing. There's more of the battle, and Cannonball's like, wait, whoa, you stopped me when I was blasting, because usually, like, the thing is, if he's blasting using his kinetic energy, that, like, he can't be stopped, but, Gladiator stops him. So anyway, but then Cannonball figures out, hey, I can use his own force against him, and, like, convert his force into powering my force field and stuff. So, and this was in 1997. So look, you have right there, it says the Twin Towers. Wow. It says the Twin Towers, as close as you can get to the top of the world in New York City. It's just a very sobering thing to even think about that after what happened on September 11th, 2001. Oh. Anyway, sorry, I got off track because I kind of totally forgot that was in there. So Joseph built this chamber for Rogue to dampen her powers, and so while she's in this chamber, supposedly she can touch people and she won't absorb their powers and stuff. And she's like, what are you saying? And he's like, I'm saying this will work. And she's like, Joseph, please, I've been down this road before and it only leads to disappointment. He says, do you trust me? She says, yes. And look, he gives her a kiss on the forehead, which, most people know that's a very, like, endearing sign. So I thought that was really sweet. And she's like, with tears in her eyes, she says, I don't know what to say. And he says, Merry Christmas, Rogue. Because, she's so used to not being able to touch anyone or feel any kind of, like, physical human contact. So anyway, Gladiator's like, what? I used my most powerful blow and you're still alive. How is that possible? Basically, there's, like, a talk that Cannonball's, like, an external, meaning, like, he's an immortal mutant and, he can never die anyway. But I don't think they knew this at the time of this issue. So anyway, like I said, Beast says, he channeled all the kinetic energy from Gladiator's killer blow and directed it into his own force field. And that's how he won, so to speak. I mean, he didn't really win, but, he won, kind of. So anyway, basically, like I said, all of that was just to get all this distraction is just to get the X-Men's attention, which how it goes. Like, there's always some kind of misunderstanding between superheroes so that they can, like, clash and they can fight. Otherwise, why would heroes fight each other, so to speak? So they always have to have some kind of misunderstanding or some kind of basically a misunderstanding. Otherwise, they'll never fight each other because they're heroes. And Gladiator's a kind of a hero. I mean, he's he works for the Shi'ar Empire, but I mean, Lilandra, who was in charge of the Shi'ar Empire at the time, is a good person. She wouldn't do anything reckless. But anyway, so hero in a sense. So basically all that was to get their attention because he needs their help. He needs to, the Shi'ar are involved in a huge battle and they need them. Like, they can't do this, like, without them. He's like, you guys need to go in my stead. So basically he throws these little teleportation things at them and they disappear. And Sam's like, why didn't I go? And he's like, I can't, and Gladiator says, to send a youth into such danger would lack honor. But, you know, Cannonball just beat Gladiator, basically, but, you know, he still has that, like, sense of, oh, no, you're a kid. I can't really do that. I mean, that's just, like, against the code or something to send, like, a kid to, you know, do a man's job, so to speak. Anyway, so the X-Men are sent into space, you know, to fight help Lilandra in the war that she's in. But anyway, like I said, like another Christmas issue. Like I said, the first page is really fun because they're, you know, Rockefeller Center, the tree. It's just awesome. It's just fun to see them in places that you know, like are familiar. Where you're like, hey, they're in New York by the Christmas tree. You see that on TV, you know, that sort of thing. And then the whole aspect of the toy store being out of the toy that he needs. And then of course there's like the otherworldly things where they're, you know, up in the sky. But that the handsome cab driver, you know, says his little speech, which is really cool. And then you have this guy who's like, yeah, I'm not going to make it home for Christmas. And then he sees the horse go by the window and he's like, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe I've been working too much. I'm going to head home soon. Love you. He's talking to his wife. So I thought that was a cute, like, human aspect that they added to that too. And then to have them, like, have a panel of the Twin Towers, because that's where Joseph and Rogue are, because he's transporting the chamber from the mansion to there so that she can have this moment of, like I said, just wow. I wonder if they ever reprinted this issue, like if they would take that out, that little panel, because really, honestly, you don't need to know where in New York they are. I mean, I don't know. I wonder, because they have taken the Twin Towers out of other things I'm not sure why, though. Maybe so people aren't reminded, but I think we need to be reminded. I think those people that lost their lives deserve that much, like, that we remember that day and that we remember them. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to get all super serious on you, but like I said, I hope you enjoyed that issue. Like I said, I love seeing the human aspect of superheroes, and especially since it was, you know, Christmas themed. It's that time of year. I just felt like I should do it anyway. So I have, just like I said, a couple more Christmas issues that I want to discuss. It's just, you know, it's that time of year, and it's fun. And when else would I get to talk about these issues? I guess Christmas in July. No, not really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will join me for my next one. Until then, bye.